Bingly bong, bong bong bong. Google. No, that's the wrong button. Yes, Google takes us live. Yeah, here we are. It's Sam and Nico and Michael, and it is the Kent Beck Scrum. And yes, so I've just been in a pairing session with Mago, and despite the minor boat not having officially started, we were just sort of kicking about some SVG path things that relates to one of the features there. Some stuff that I almost got working at the very tail end of the design sprint when I was very ill. And yeah, we've got it doing what we need to do and drawing the things. If I got it, is it gonna work for me right now? Yeah. Ugh. Well, it's gonna draw, but not quite do what I want. It's kind of like drawn stuff off the side. We're trying to make these little pie charts be dynamic in the middle. So I really thought that might have worked, but I've obviously done something wrong. Oh, I know what it is. That needs to be like 200 and 100. Anyway, but that was fun. Over lunch, I was reviewing all the CSS stuff for the web dev mob tomorrow. Yeah, we had deep learning, which will focus on admin stuff. And I've got a pairing coming up with Nick, and I guess we're going to be looking at maybe website one stuff and local support stuff. Hey, Michael.
Did you get, is the contract happening with My Noteboat or what?
So the thing with My Noteboat is that they had said that they were going to pay the deposit on last Friday, and they didn't, and they got in contact to say that they were having trouble. They say they have the money, but they have problems making the transfer from the bank in France. They're in a kind of, what's the word? Like a Combrain, like startup innovation center or what have you. I mean, normally, like if you tell a bank to move some money around, it does it. Anyway, so
but they did pay you completely for the sprint, right?
They paid the deposit for the sprint. They haven't completed the invoice payment for the the second half of the sprint. But like you kind of need to give people a month to do that.
Yeah.
And what I'm particularly keen to do is to have them not pay through PayPal, where we end up losing like a couple of hundred pounds in fees. So it's difficult to know. I mean, maybe should I? I've kind of been pushing them towards making a bank transfer. I still said, if nothing but PayPal works, do PayPal.
Was the deposit bank transfer?
No, it was PayPal, and we ended up paying. I mean, you just as the fees go up, I mean, then the amount of money that you pay for PayPal to sort stuff out for you is ridiculous. So. Yeah, so it's kind of in a holding pattern, and it's one of those things where they might say, like I might get a call on Monday saying, right, yes, the money's come through and it's all, let's go. Or who knows if the difficulty with making the bank payment and other things means cold feet generally. So you just don't know. You sort of live and wait. Other news is that the NHS have they have said that they want to get a load more development done on the wiki. Which will be a big chunk of money, hopefully. So, well, not big, but medium. It's certainly enough for another year of that. So that's nice. And that's the news. It's Thursday, isn't it? Yes. Yeah.
Is that going to be on the order of the original contract size, or?
Yes. And that was the thing that we needed. Like, so between the original contract size and the premium payments, was enough for 1 year of Agile Ventures. It's going to run through to June, and then so it's going to be of a similar size, slightly larger from the NHS. So that means that potentially we're stable through to like June 2019. So that's nice.
So plus, you're going to potentially get money from Noteboat. So.
Yes. Although it's this funny thing where, things can be like on the cusp of seeming like they're happening and people talking about it. I think I can't make any assumptions about. I very much hope that it goes ahead because it's a fun project and I would really like to get everybody involved and paid and so on. But I don't know. I don't want to talk it up at the moment on the off chance that it turns into a longer delay but we'll see. So, Nico, how are things going with you?
Fine. I've been working on website one with the static pages, and I've seen that we can display the pages that we have with some videos, but that it should not stop us from organizing all our videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I can do all the changes for adding the static pages that we have, but I would like to move all the content to YouTube or to get them organized there.
Yes, wonderful.
And the other thing is I'm trying to install this IDN library on local support because it's using it's being used by the Twitter sham. So yeah, I'm fighting with that.
Oh, right.
And no blockers.
All right, good stuff. Well, I just need to make sure that you have access to the Agile Ventures thing.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to start moving videos around on there. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Michael, how are things going with you? You're muted at the moment.
Good. So I attended the deep learning mob this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday I potentially finished sorting out the code for filtering out active premium members or existing current premium members from the recommendations. Sign up. The recommendations of who may sign up.
Right.
And I have an open pull request that's marked as in progress, but potentially it could be good enough if we're happy with it. It doesn't have tests. So.
There's a spike, and spikes are.
It's all in one file, and there's some functionality, like basically that I could imagine us testing because we probably will use it. We could use something like it elsewhere. For instance, there's some functionality in there that basically sorts out which active premium members, like who is premium, like right now, and what their name in Slack is.
Right.
And potentially we could factor that basically to be who is premium during like a given week or date.
Right.
And that could be used for, that could be separately tested and used for, say, updating the data each week. Because that's kind of, we want to filter out people who are already premium from being in the training data, right? We want to filter them out for that week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, it sounds like, why don't you do what you were describing, which was push this up and see if it runs.
Yeah, I can basically pull it down in the box and install it and see how it does.
Yeah, and you've got a shell script there that can run prior to the running of the I would definitely do. I mean, in the absence of CI, we should do like a check of that it runs. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I run that, and the other thing is basically I'll go in and I'll edit the CSV file that's in there right now to be basically the new style of CS file, which is just the emails,
right,
or just the usernames or whatever.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is see if it overwrites that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice one. Okay, well that's our Scrum then. I've got a pairing session I better jump into. Yeah, good stuff. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Is that your last thing today? Is the pairing session?
Yeah, I got an hour pairing session with Nick now, and then I'm off to karate.
All right. Well, have fun.
Good stuff. Take care. Bye for now.